Hey wrestling fans, welcome to another episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I am your host Lance Brock. Thank you for tuning in September 6th, 2021, episode 264. First off, I will just want to apologize for not doing a SummerSlam recap. Unfortunately, I got a little lazy once again, and I wanted to do an episode recapping SummerSlam, but I never got around to it. But on today's episode, I am here to recap last night's huge All Elite Wrestling All Out pay-per-view. Which took place from the Now Arena in Chicago. And there was, just like a few weeks ago when CM Punk debuted on Rampage, there was a lot of speculation heading into this event. And I'll get to that in just a little bit. But let's start it off how we start off before every AEW pay-per-view, and that is with the buy-in. And our featured match on the buy-in, we see the Jurassic Express and the Best Friends defeat the HFO Hardy Family Office in an 8-man tag. And then we see Dan Lambert and some of his America Top Team MMA guys in a skybox, and he cuts another good promo. Now, I am definitely not a fan of MMA, none of it, but I have to admit here that I think Dan Lambert is a great heel on the microphone. Even back a few years or so ago when he was on Impact and with Bobby Lashley, he cut some really good promos at the time, and you could tell that he is a real big wrestling fan. Now we officially start AEW All Out, and it is a championship match for the AEW TNT Championship kicking things off. Eddie Kingston, sporting the new Redeem These Nuts t-shirt available at shopaew.com, taking on the TNT champion Miro. This one started off pretty good, in my opinion, to be honest. Good match here. And Miro removes the top turnbuckle. Kingston goes to send Miro into it, but Bryce Remsburg stops him, and then that allows Miro to get a low blow on Kingston. And then with the distraction, he was able to get the pin and the win at 13 minutes, 21 seconds. Miro still TNT champion. Next up, Jon Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima. This one was another really good match here. Kojima, in my opinion, can definitely still go in that ring. And it is Moxley getting the win with the paradigm shift. 11 minutes, 50 seconds. And then, in my opinion, what happened next was one of, if not maybe the biggest surprise we got on the show, because like I talked about at the beginning, there was some speculation about some other people may be showing up. But this, I don't know about anybody else, but I didn't really hear anything about. And that is an appearance from Minoru Suzuki showing up in AEW. And then we find out that this Wednesday night on Dynamite, live from the hometown of Jon Moxley, Cincinnati, Ohio, it will be Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki. The AEW World Women's Championship is on the line next. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on the alien Chris Statlander. And very good match here. I thought really good one with these two. I was definitely impressed. It is Britt Baker retaining via submission with the lockjaw at 11 minutes 33 seconds. Still your AEW Women's World Champion, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. The AEW World Tag Team Championship Steel Cage match is up next. The Lucha Brothers taking on the Young Bucks. Lucha Bros get a musical entrance as they make their way to the ring. Wow, this match was fantastic. Bloody match. And one time Brandon Cutler throws in a bag into the cage, and they pull out a shoe with the thumbtacks. It goes to hit the super kick on Phoenix, but then Penta El Zero gets in the way, saving his brother. But in the end, it is the Lucha Brothers winning this cage match and becoming the new AEW World Tag Team Champions. 22 minutes, 2 seconds. Like I said, fantastic cage match. If you definitely missed this match, or honestly, I'd say this about the whole pay-per-view. If you missed it, definitely check out the replay. You won't regret it. On your local pay-per-view provider, Bleacher Report. You can order it on Sling even, or Fight TV. For the first time, not only was it available internationally, but it was also available here in the United States as well on Fight TV. So, you, like Excalibur kept saying on commentary last night, you have no excuse for missing this. Next up is a Casino Battle Royale. And first, making their way to the ring is the clubs. Hikaru Shida, Sky Blue, Eli Sakura, the Bunny, and Abaddon. And then Sky Blue is eliminated by Abaddon, and Abaddon is eliminated by the Bunny. The Diamonds are out next. It is representing the Dark Order, the returning Anna Jay, Kira Hogan, Kylene King, Diamante, and Nyla Rose. Sakura is eliminated now by Kira Hogan. Kylene King is eliminated by Nyla Rose, and Nyla Rose also eliminates Shida. The Hearts are out next. Thunder Rosa, Penelope Ford, Riho, Jamie Hayter, and Big Swole are the next out to the ring. Now Riho is eliminated by Jamie Hayter. Diamante gets eliminated by Big Swole, and Big Swole gets eliminated by Hayter. And it is now time for the Spades. is Tay Conte, Red Velvet, Legit Layla Hirsch, Jade Cargill, and Rebel. Jade Cargill gets few eliminations in this one. Jamie Hayter is one of them. Cargill is eliminated by Rose. And we have the Joker card for this one. It is the former Ruby Riott, now known as Ruby Soho. She got a big reception in this one in her hometown. Conte is eliminated by Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose is now eliminated at this point. Down to the final two, Ruby Soho and Thunder Rosa. And in the end, it is in her AEW debut, Ruby Soho getting the win in the Casino Battle Royale at 21 minutes 54 seconds. MJF versus Chris Jericho. The final fight is up next. If Chris Jericho loses, he will never wrestle again in AEW. And at one point, it looks like that happened, where MJF hits Jericho with the bat and goes for the pin. Jericho gets his foot on the bottom rope, but referee Aubrey Edwards does not see Jericho's foot on the ropes and counts the 3. And his music starts playing, but then referee Paul Turner makes his way to the ring and tells Aubrey Edwards that Jericho's foot was indeed on the bottom rope. And that restarts the match. Jericho gets the submission win with the Walls of Jericho. 19 minutes, 49 seconds. Very good match here. Interesting to see what's going to happen next. Chris Jericho in AEW, the Fozzy Tour, coming up very soon. And Jericho celebrated in the ring with the rest of the Inner Circle. It's time now for the match that a lot of people thought was going to main event this pay-per-view. CM Punk versus Darby Allin. And for it being his first match in 7 years, I thought he looked great, to be honest. Punk really, in my opinion anyway, didn't show any ring rust. He looked like he did 7 years ago. Looked like nothing really changed. Great match here. I thought Darby looked fantastic. This loss definitely did not hurt him at all. If anything, even though it was a loss, it helped him because he looked really good in there against Punk. And like I said, they had a fantastic match. It is Punk getting the win with the GTS. 16 minutes, 38 seconds. Next up, Paul White versus QT Marshall. And this one was short, which I expected. The Factory tries to get involved. Paul White fights him off. Hits the chokeslam on QT for the win. 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Like I said, it was kept very short, but I think that was for the best, to be honest. And now it is time for the main event of the evening. And it is for the AEW World Championship. Kenny Omega defending against the Impact Wrestling World Champion, Christian Cage. And this one, their second world title match, I thought was also good. I thought the one on Rampage may be a little better, in my opinion.